Welcome to the Global Updates, bringing you the latest news from around the world. Hold on to your hats, folks, because China just dropped a bombshell on the world. A $7.5 billion canal project, years in the making, has finally been revealed. This isn't just any infrastructure project, this is a direct challenge to the Panama Canal's century-long reign. The world is watching and the implications are massive. This bold move has sent shockwaves through global markets and governments alike. Could this be the start of a new era in global trade? Experts are scrambling to analyze the potential impact, and the early consensus is clear. This is a game changer. The world is on the cusp of a major shift, and it all revolves around this massive new waterway. Get ready because things are about to get interesting. Why all the fuss? This new canal has the potential to rewrite the rules of global trade as we know them. Shipping routes that have been in place for decades could be completely upended. Imagine goods flowing from Asia to Europe and the Americas at a fraction of the current cost and time. This is what China's canal promises. Shorter shipping times mean lower costs for businesses, which could translate to lower prices for consumers. New markets could open up, creating opportunities for growth and development around the world. But there are also risks. Existing trade routes could become obsolete, leaving some countries and industries behind. The balance of global economic power could shift dramatically. The stakes are high and the world is watching to see how this unfolds. To truly grasp the significance of China's ambitious new canal project, we must first journey back in time and appreciate the remarkable legacy of the Panama Canal. This waterway, carved through the dense jungles and rugged terrain of Central America, stands as one of the greatest engineering feats in human history. Its story is one of vision, perseverance, and the relentless pursuit of progress, a story that has shaped the very fabric of global commerce for generations. For more than 100 years, the Panama Canal has reigned supreme as the undisputed king of global shipping routes. It has been the vital artery through which the lifeblood of international trade has flowed, connecting distant continents and bringing the world closer together. Every year, tens of thousands of ships carrying everything from raw materials to finished goods have passed through its locks, making it a critical link in the global supply chain. By bridging the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans across a narrow isthmus, the canal revolutionized the way goods moved around the globe. Before its existence, ships had to brave the treacherous waters of Cape Horn at the southern tip of South America, a perilous and time-consuming journey. The Panama Canal changed all that, offering a shortcut that saved weeks of travel and countless lives. The impact was immediate and profound. Shipping times and costs were slashed dramatically, opening up new possibilities for international trade and economic growth. Suddenly, it became feasible to move vast quantities of goods between continents with unprecedented speed and efficiency. The canal didn't just change trade routes, it transformed economies, fueled industrialization, and helped create the interconnected world we know today. Over the decades, the Panama Canal has become much more than just a waterway. It is a symbol of human ingenuity, a testament to what can be achieved when nations come together to overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges. It has been a linchpin of the global economy, a source of national pride for Panama, and a strategic asset coveted by world powers. But now, for the first time in its storied history, the canal's dominance is facing a serious challenge. The world is changing. Global trade is growing, ships are getting larger, and new routes are being explored. The pressure is mounting, and the once unquestioned supremacy of the Panama Canal is no longer guaranteed. Enter China's new canal project, a bold and controversial initiative that threatens to upend the status quo. Backed by massive investment and cutting-edge technology, this new waterway could offer an alternative route for global shipping, potentially diverting traffic and revenue away from Panama. For the first time in a century, the Panama Canal's future is uncertain, and its role as the world's shipping superhighway is being called into question. This is a pivotal moment, a true crossroads for the iconic waterway. As the world watches and waits, the Panama Canal must adapt to a rapidly changing landscape or risk being left behind. Only time will tell how it will respond to this new reality. But one thing is certain, the next chapter in the story of global trade is about to be written. China's new canal isn't just bigger, it's bolder. It's a testament to China's technological prowess and its ambition to reshape the world in its image. This isn't your grandfather's canal. We're talking cutting-edge engineering, incorporating artificial intelligence, automation, and sustainable technologies. Think wider channels, deeper drafts, and state-of-the-art locks that can accommodate the world's largest ships with ease. This is about more than just moving ships. It's about showcasing China's technological superiority. It's a statement to the world: China is here, and it's a force to be reckoned with. The message is clear: China is not content with being a follower. It wants to lead the way in innovation and infrastructure, setting the standards for the 21st century. This canal isn't an isolated project. In fact, it's just one visible piece of a much larger, meticulously crafted strategy. When you look at the scale of this construction, with thousands of workers and engineers from China collaborating with local teams, it becomes clear that this is more than just a feat of engineering. It's a symbol of China's growing reach and ambition on the world stage. The canal, cutting through landscapes and connecting distant waters, is a testament to how infrastructure can be wielded as a tool of influence and power. It's a key piece in China's grand plan for global dominance, the Belt and Road Initiative, or BRI. Launched in 2013, the BRI is China's signature foreign policy and economic strategy, aiming to build a vast network of trade routes, infrastructure, and investment projects that span Asia, Africa, Europe, and beyond. Over 140 countries have signed on, making it one of the most ambitious international development programs in history. Through the BRI, China is not just building roads and bridges, it's weaving a web of economic and political ties that extend its influence far beyond its borders. Think of the BRI as a modern-day Silk Road, a sprawling network of roads, railways, ports, pipelines, and now canals, stretching across continents and connecting China to the rest of the world. These projects are transforming the physical and economic landscape of dozens of countries. High-speed trains now link cities that were once days apart. New highways cut through mountains and deserts, while deep-water ports and state-of-the-art logistics hubs are springing up along critical trade corridors. The addition of this canal is a game-changer, opening up new maritime routes and reducing shipping times for goods traveling between east and west. It's a vision of connectivity on a scale the world has rarely seen. The canal is a strategic masterstroke, cementing China's position at the heart of this vast network. By controlling key choke points in infrastructure, China gains not only economic advantages but also significant geopolitical leverage. The canal allows Chinese goods to flow more efficiently to global markets, while also giving China the ability to influence the movement of goods for other nations. It's a bold move that signals China's intent to be a central player in the world's trade and supply chains for decades to come. It enhances China's access to resources, markets, and influence across the globe. With every new port, railway, or canal, China strengthens its economic ties and deepens its presence in key regions. This means more Chinese products on store shelves worldwide, more raw materials flowing into Chinese factories, and more opportunities for Chinese companies to invest and expand overseas. For many developing countries, the BRI offers much-needed infrastructure and investment, promising jobs, growth, and modernization. But it also means greater dependence on China, as these nations become integrated into Beijing's economic orbit. Critics argue that the BRI is a form of debt trap diplomacy, designed to ensnare countries in unsustainable loans and give China undue leverage. There have been high-profile cases where countries unable to repay their debts have had to hand over control of strategic assets to China. Protests have erupted in some regions, with local communities voicing concerns about environmental damage, loss of sovereignty, and lack of transparency. Western governments and international organizations have raised alarms about the potential for corruption, political interference, and the erosion of democratic institutions. The debate over the true intentions and impacts of the BRI is fierce and ongoing. Whether you see it as a visionary development project or a calculated power grab, one thing is certain: the BRI, with this canal at its heart, is reshaping the geopolitical landscape. It's redrawing the map of global trade, shifting alliances, and challenging the traditional dominance of Western powers. As China continues to expand its influence through infrastructure, investment, and diplomacy, the world is watching closely. The stakes are high, and the outcome will shape the future of international relations for generations to come. The canal is more than just a waterway, it's a symbol of a new era in global power dynamics, with China moving its pieces across the world's chessboard. The world is watching China's ambitious canal project unfold with a complex blend of awe, excitement, and apprehension. From bustling newsrooms in New York and London to small cafes in Africa and Asia, the story dominates headlines and conversations. The sheer scale of the project, which promises to reshape global trade routes, has captured the imagination of millions. For some, it's a symbol of progress and innovation, a testament to human ingenuity and the relentless drive to connect continents and cultures. For others, it's a source of deep uncertainty, raising questions about the future of international relations and the environment. In many developing nations, the canal is seen as a beacon of hope and opportunity. Leaders and citizens alike view it as a chance to break free from economic isolation, to plug their countries into the arteries of global commerce. New ports and infrastructure projects are springing up, creating jobs and fueling dreams of prosperity. Workers at these sites speak of brighter futures, while local businesses anticipate a surge in trade and investment. For these countries, the canal represents not just a waterway, but a lifeline to a more connected and prosperous world. International businesses are watching closely, eager to capitalize on the promise of faster, cheaper shipping. The canal could slash transit times for goods traveling between the world's largest markets, potentially saving billions of dollars each year. Executives from shipping, manufacturing, and logistics firms are already strategizing how to adapt their operations to this new reality. The prospect of increased efficiency and reduced costs has sparked a wave of optimism in boardrooms around the globe. Yet, beneath the surface, concerns are simmering. The United States, in particular, is watching with a wary eye. For decades, America has played a dominant role in global trade, with key shipping lanes under its influence. The emergence of a new Chinese-led canal is seen by many in Washington as a direct challenge to U.S. economic and geopolitical interests. Policymakers and analysts are debating how to respond, weighing the risks of ceding influence in a region critical to world commerce. Some warn that the canal could shift the balance of power, giving China unprecedented leverage over global supply chains. There are also fears that China will use the canal as a tool of political influence. Critics argue that control over such a vital trade artery could allow Beijing to pressure other nations, using access to the canal as a bargaining chip in international disputes. Diplomatic circles are abuzz with speculation about how this new reality might reshape alliances and rivalries. Some see the canal as a bold move in China's broader strategy to expand its global footprint, while others hope it could foster greater cooperation and interdependence. Environmentalists, meanwhile, are sounding the alarm about the potential ecological consequences of such a massive undertaking. The canal's construction cuts through sensitive ecosystems, threatening wildlife habitats and water quality. Local communities worry about the long-term impact on their land and livelihoods. Environmental groups are calling for stricter regulations and greater transparency, urging all stakeholders to consider the true cost of progress. The debate over development versus conservation has become a flashpoint, adding another layer of complexity to an already contentious project. Around the world, ordinary people are following the story with a mix of hope and anxiety. In homes, offices, and public spaces, the canal is a topic of heated discussion. Investors track market reactions while families wonder how the project might affect their jobs and daily lives. Social media is abuzz with opinions, analysis, and speculation, reflecting the global scale of interest and uncertainty. The world is, in many ways, holding its breath, waiting to see how this high-stakes gamble will play out. One thing is certain: China's canal has ignited a far-reaching debate about the future of global trade and the shifting balance of power in the 21st century. As nations, businesses, and communities grapple with the opportunities and risks, the world stands at a crossroads. The decisions made today will shape the flow of goods, the fate of economies, and the nature of international relations for generations to come. The story of China's canal is still being written, and its outcome remains uncertain.